half is very different than what happened on Tuesday. Did you guys feel comfortable in the first half? Did you feel comfortable at halftime?
Confident in our ability. I didn't care for the way we performed, once we got our lead to start the game. I felt like we lost focus a little bit, felt like Oregon increased intensity, and then got control of the game, to be honest, to get back in it. That's kind of been an Achilles heel for us all year, is just a little bit of inconsistency, and an overall level of focus. We don't always play at on our A game, and I felt like we were knocked off that for probably the last, 3/4 of the first half, really, once we got our lead. So second half, I felt like we put a great 20 minutes together, and we really executed on both ends of the floor. Didn't do a great job on the boards. Oregon did, and 24 offensive rebounds is a ton, but we made them miss shots. And I thought, had controlled the game defensively, and then I thought we executed. And finally, we knocked down some threes in this game, and Ali, knocked the lid off the basket for us, and we needed that.
Is that what kind of put you guys away for good, was those 3 points?
Thought it was a relief once, we saw one go down. I think Alyssa hit another one, and that certainly gave us separation, and then I thought we just kind of relaxed and executed a little more comfortably down the stretch, and I thought the team did a great job reading defense in the second half and getting the ball to the advantage. We got mismatches. We went inside when we had those, and I thought we took good chances on the outside, and it was a good 20 minutes of basketball in the second half.
Sam, you spent the first couple games of the season looking very confused and overwhelmed. But you played so well since conference, and you were big today. Do you feel like suddenly so much more comfortable when you're playing against much better competition all of a sudden?
Yeah, I guess I think that it started in practice, and everyone stepped it up in practice, and so when I got into the game, I wasn't seeing anything that I haven't seen before, and so I think that helped a lot.
Scott, can you talk about Sam's progress as well?
Yeah, I think it's exactly right. It's just a different level of comfort, and knowing what she can and can't do on the floor, going to her strengths, being herself, and try to be, she's trying to figure out the game, and that's what every true freshman does. They come in, it's their first time going through it, so you have this vision of what you're supposed to do, and you haven't done it yet. And so I think she's just relaxed, and she's highly skilled, and she's able to score inside and out, and she's going to those strengths against matchups, and she's avoiding the situations that she knows aren't the right ones. So what we know what we're going to get from her every day, though, and that's why you're seeing progress. She's giving a great, consistent effort from about the beginning of December on, and we're seeing the fruits of that. And so she's made us a lot better as a team.
Scott, in the first half, you guys did a good job containing Brenner, and then that continued in the second half, and they did a good job containing Jamie. And then Jamie was able to do a lot more in the second half, get better looks. Did you guys feel good about Brenner, and was that something you focused on these last few days in practice?
Well, certainly. We have some youth guarding that position, and so I felt defensively we did a lot better job in early post position. She wasn't getting as deep as often in this game, and they did a great job. Sam and Devin both did a great job keeping her off the block and at least making her work a little bit harder, for the looks that she did get. Turned her into a passer a little bit more as well.
Scott, this is 5 Civil Wars in a row. I mean, how does that feel, just having that kind of dominance over your in-state rival?
When you look at it from a complete picture, it started with that crazy game, and I mean, that was a 20-point comeback. Was the craziest game any of us have been a part of, and probably a win, totally unexpected win, and then we were able to carry that momentum last year as well, and so it's just I don't know, it feels great, but that's true of any win, and so it is 5 straight. That's great, but most importantly, it's our 3rd conference win. That's what really matters. And so here we are, 3-3. We've gotten ourselves into the middle of the Pac-12 at this point, and I like the way we're playing. I like the progress we're making, and we're looking forward to, our 7th Pac-12 game next Friday.
Ali, you guys have won 3 before now. Is your confidence really improving? You guys getting into a groove?
I think so. I mean, I think we had more patience today, and we just figured out a way to score and contain on defense, and hopefully we can take that momentum into our next games up in Washington.
Ellie, is it hard to find that extra energy when in the first half it felt like you guys were in control, and then all of a sudden you got to kind of battle to extend that lead again?
Yeah, at halftime we talked about, once we're up, not to get comfortable and let them try to run and take a lead on us. So we just decided to come out with intensity and finish the game strong.
Did you guys realize in the second half how many, they only hit 6 shots in the second half. As players, were you aware of how well you were playing defensively?
I mean, I don't know. I didn't know that. I didn't know that that would happen. But, I mean, I knew that we knew our defense was containing them and that because of that we could hit shots on offense.
Sam, as an in-state, local Oregonian, what does it feel like to kind of play through these first 2 Civil Wars here, and is it kind of what you expected?
Yeah, it's good to have all the fans and my family here, and I don't know, it's just exciting to get to play, I guess, in front of your state.
And winning those games, as you guys have, add something special to that?
Yeah, I mean, like Coach said, a win's great no matter what, and I guess it makes it extra special just because it's a big rival.
Have these 2 games felt different than your other Pac-12 games? I mean, like Jamie said the other day, she expected it to be really emotional, really physical and intense, and that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, I guess so, because I mean, there's a certain level, like, you feel like obligated to just smack them, like, you know what I mean? You just, so I guess it's a little bit different, but I mean, you still gotta come out and play it like any other game.
As a week, in a whole, this season, do you think that this could be like maybe, as we were talking about before, a turning point or like something to catch a groove? Could you look back at this week and say, hey, that's where it started?
Is that to me?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. No, I just think it's been steady progress since the day we got back from Christmas. It's been a different team. I don't know. You never want to say they were waiting for Pac-12, but honestly, that's what some of them felt like. And so it's been a different team, and it's been, I think, constant progress since. We've learned a lot of lessons in the non-conference schedule that, we've improved upon. A lot of areas we've improved upon in the last 5 games or 6 games, but I thought it started with opening weekend against SC and UCLA. It was just a different team, and I've I think ridden that momentum. To this point, it's nice to get wins, but everything's fragile at this level. I mean, you just got to keep your head down, keep grinding, and just keep. The team that wants to get better is the one that's going to be standing at the end, and I just hope that this team continues to want to improve like they have.
Are there any specific areas